Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for this chance. And direct to the point, I have listened to the CS, and there is actually no space in his speech about the view of Kenyans. I'm yet to meet one single Kenyan who is in support of having this quarantine in Kenya, Honorable Speaker. And it is important for the government to know that the government exists for the welfare of Kenyans. And Kenyans know when their space is being cropped, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the US budget in terms of health is 860 times ours. Their technology is better in all respects, including biotech, Honorable Speaker. They have better capacity to handle these kind of issues than Kenya. Honorable Speaker, while the CS is here, I would request him. Kenyans have spoken in one voice. We do not want that facility of Ebola here in Kenya. Please listen to the Kenyan voices. And Honorable Speaker, as the CS is here, the CS should actually bite himself and the obligations to what the Kenyans are looking forward to. Lastly, Honorable Speaker, in terms of the fragility of our health sector, and also listening to some officials from the US proclaiming clearly that they do not want any case of Ebola in their country, how reckless would the government be in doing exactly the same that which the country, that is the US, do not want in their soil? As Kenyans, we refuse. The government must listen to Kenyans and desist from having this quarantine in Kenya.
Yes, Mama Zamzam.
Asante Mheshimiwa Speaker, na mimi pia niweze kumwelezea waziri. Ndio, Ebola na kujitayarisha ni kitu kizuri sana, kwa sababu hawa ni majirani zetu, wengine wanatuuzia kahawa umumu, wengine wanafanya nini, lakini iwe ni kama kukinga wa Kenya peke yake, waziri. Lakini waziri, ikiwa, na mimi nataka niwaambie hata wale wabunge walikuwa hapa, kwa sababu inasemekana hiyo ilipita hapa bunge hapa, na Ndindi Nyoro ulikuwa hapa kwa hii bunge. Kwa hiyo ni vitu ambavyo mngeweza kukataa wakati ule, ili isiweze kupita mumpatie rais wakati mgumu. Waziri, mimi napenda kusema tu, kama Mwamerika amekataa kule kwake, hapa Kenya tukubali, na nasikia katika counties 20 ambao walikuwa wamekubali, Mombasa ilikuwa moja wao. Kama mama Mombasa, sitaki kuona mzungu kule anatibiwa Ebola. Iwe kama itajengwa ni ya kuangalia watu wetu peke yake. Waziri, sisi ni kitu kizuri na tuna support kama tuwe na preparedness, manake sisi ni majirani, huwezi jua, na wanasema ina spray na unyevunyevu either through sex ama maji ama mate, hizo vitu tumesikia. Lakini sasa huwezi jua kitu yote za kutokea. Mheshimiwa Speaker, kitu chochote chaweza kutokea. Na ikitokea iwe ni sisi wa Kenya peke yetu, isiwe kuwa ni mtu mwingine anakuja kutibiwa hapa, waende kwao ama warudi Kongo, kule walipata ugonjwa watibiwe Kongo. Asante sana Speaker.
Honorable Ndindi Nyoro, I think you are a bit very unfair, because if all counties refuse to host isolation centers the way you are suggesting, where will the Kenyans who will be infected, God forbid, go? I mean, as a leader, I don't think that way we can be responsible. And I agree with you, Madam Zamzam. Semen is part of the fluid. You are right. You are right. I saw people laughing at her. Body fluids. When we talk of body fluids, there are different types. Semen is one of the body fluids. So, Honorable Ndindi Nyoro, I really want to urge you, my very good friend, if we say every county refuses, then where are we going to treat Kenyans? Are we going to treat them up in the air? We as a government have a responsibility. We can still even create another isolation center in one of our barracks in any part of the country. If today it was in Mordika, in Garissa, in Isiolo, so it will treat both Kenyans and foreigners. And please, let us not politicize it. The document that we signed, and it was for the good of our country. In the good of our country. It was good for our country. Kenya, Honorable Speaker, is number 2 in terms of healthcare delivery. South Africa is ahead of us. And very soon, even the US that you are praising, having a very good healthcare system, I can assure you, under the good leadership of President Ruto, we will become number 1 in healthcare delivery in another 10 years. And Honorable Speaker, under the Public Health Act, we don't need to do public participation. We are not going to consult citizens. Even members of parliament here, when they fall sick, they rush to their doctor to make sure they get the best treatment. So this epidemic does not require any consultation. Tomorrow, God forbid, if Ebola is found in this country, this house will call me back here to this chair to ask me why are Kenyans dying. So before Kenyans die, before Kenyans are infected, we as a government have a moral, constitutional responsibility to protect both Kenyans and other people who are non-Kenyans who live within our border or who transit within our country. Honorable Speaker, on Laikipia Air Base is one of the 23 quarantine isolation center we are building, and we will not stop it. Why we are building? We are building in the airbase, far from even, and there are a number of reasons why. The runway in Laikipia is one of the longest runway. That is where we have KDF medical team. That is why even our 450 Kenyans who are serving today under the UN, our special forces, the quick response unit. I'm the speaker, I was a minister for defense. I went to Ituri. I know all those areas. Those who have gone to Lumumbashi. Kenyans, the biggest hospitals in DRC are run by Kenyans, are owned by Kenyans. So we must protect, Mr. Speaker. So Laikipia will protect both Kenyans and the US. Honorable Speaker, when we had the COVID, and some of us were members of parliament here, the UN, the US, and many other international bodies built a hospital in Nairobi Hospital, a UN specialized hospital to deal with COVID. There was no noise that time. We have a responsibility to protect the residents.
Let him respond.
Honorable Speaker, on what the Secretary of State, Mark Rubio, said, that if it was said by the Minister, the Secretary of Health, I will respond. But I think that is an area for diplomats. The best person to respond to this House is the PCS. Because if it was my colleague, C.S. Kennedy, Alupe have answered very well. Laikipia we will build.